We'll try it on my phone. See how it works. This is a 99% clairvoyant reading. I'm going to tell you about my experiences today and this week. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos over on YouTube. At Bill Hobart, we will see if this goes live like it's supposed to be. So we'll see. Hi, Joyce. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, the energy's wonky today. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, now it showed up. So Joyce and Kathy, bring them on camera. Don't need to do that, Spirit. As you come into the room, please say hello so I know who's here, because I'm on my phone, not on my iPad, because for some reason my iPad won't do. Well, I know why. I'll explain that to you as we go through. Okay? Hi, Erica. Hi, Paula. Yeah, so I know what's going on. So there's a lot. Hang on, I got to get this light off. Much better. Much better, much better. See those white streams coming down there? Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So this is a 99% clairvoyant reading. If you're watching this live, hello, hello, hello to everybody. And hi, Bonnie. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, at Bill Hobart, hello, Haley. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the channel. Please like the videos. Leave a little comment, even if it's just hi, Bill, because YouTube will use the algorithms to send this around the planet, which is what we want, right? Lots of news, lots of stuff. So we're going to talk about that kind of thing. I'm going to bring this closer, I think. Maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. So I'm going to post this at 4 o'clock. Please go over and say, do all that kind of things. As you can tell, I'm at 40,000 feet right now. Both of my readings today have been intense chimes. I'm going to talk about one of them because it kind of is pretty sweet, pretty cool, pretty like WTF, right? So first we're going to talk about, because we're late, because of the energy. 7-7 portal has been all week. Started on the 2nd. Okay, it goes through tomorrow. Hey, Suze. If you guys have been feeling energy, if you've been feeling ups and downs, if you've been feeling ascension, I'm telling you what, the energy is absolutely, here it is said, the plasma is like intense. It's extremely intense. So we've all been feeling it. If you're only feeling this much of it, that's okay. If you're feeling this much of it, that's okay. Go with it. Go with the flow. Ask for what you want. Ask for what you want and ask for what you want. Okay? I've talked about this a lot, right? Talked about this a lot. And it is about Jupiter being in Taurus until then, May of 24. Okay? So we got a whole nother 10 months. Ask for what you want. Ooh, ear is ringing like crazy. Hi, Holly. Yeah, wow. So that 7-7 portal goes through tomorrow. It's been intense. It is a direct connection to Sirius, where some of us come from. And they are absolutely downloading us with amazing energy, as well as the flares off the sun and the energy coming from the universe pounding us. This is ascension time, folks. Okay? So take note of that. Spirit is Holly, I need to talk to you. So can you call me afterwards or something, or I'll call you, maybe, I don't know. But I have to ask you something. He keeps talking to me about you. So again, I'm at 40,000 feet right now. So I'm kind of discombobulated too. I apologize. I apologize for that. I lose my train of thought really fast. And he won't calm me down. So Maybe I'll talk about the portal at the end. I don't know. But he has me spacing out and in 5D, maybe 6D. Everything is pretty freaking, hi Nance. Everything is just amazing. So I'm going to start this story now. Hey, Kath. Okay. I have a client who I have known, friend. I don't like the word client. It's kind of generic. And I've known her since 2015. Okay. When I did psychic fairs at the Unity Church in Livonia. Okay. And she was drawn to me. It's like we've been friends forever. And hi, Nancy. And well, to put it bluntly, her husband's passed, right? And he's an alien. And he's reptilian. Okay. So if this bothers anybody, I probably should have put a disclaimer on here before I started, but maybe I'll put it on the video on YouTube, or I'll put it on Facebook when it goes live, or when it gets there. So if that bothers you, it's okay. It's cool. Come back in about half an hour, maybe 50 minutes if you want to. But I'm going to tell you my experience with that today. Okay. Again, I've been reading for her since 2015. Now we do Zooms because of COVID back in the day, right? Starting in 2020. And even before then. I would say probably 2018 is the last time that I saw her in person. And then 19, it was on Zoom, and today. Now, he's from Palladians, and he's reptilian, like I said. And the first time I told her that on a Zoom call, she was like, huh? Are you kidding? I'm like, no. He shows himself, hi, Allison Strange. He shows himself as being this person. And today, again, he came with 2 guardian angels. Usually they have to usher him in because my guides will not, I'm so protected that my guides won't let him in unless he's with 2 guardian angels, 1 on each side of him, and he comes down. And he was in his reptilian face. Which face do you want? It doesn't matter to me. And he changed to his human face. Okay. Fascinating. So we're having conversations. Hey, Michelle. So we're having conversations, and their anniversary was yesterday, and he's been gone for a while. And he's just talking. He's just talking like he always does about about their daughter, and they're only allowed to have 1 child. The daughter cannot have any children because, oh, hey, Judy. Hi. And her daughter can only have can't have any kids because she has alien DNA that hasn't been found yet. So, anyway. So, as I'm channeling Gary, okay, and he's just talking about my friend's son-in-law and how connected he is, and how he's been a human for 5 lifetimes, okay, and he will continue to be in human form to the future. He is an ally of them, okay, and as they start to reveal themselves, as they start to, by 2026 and beyond, 2026, 2027, up to 30 chimes, 2030. He will be a advocate, okay, and so when he comes, and I just channel him. I mean, it is just absolutely just boom, 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 boom. So we're talking about her son-in-law and how connected he is, and how his future is going to be like this, and this, that, and the other thing. And we're going right along, right? And we're going right along. And we're going right along. And we're talking back and forth, and he's I'm just channeling him. And all of a sudden, he does this. He does this to me. And I told my friend, I'm like, okay, some reason he's putting his hand on my forehead. Putting his hand on my forehead. And I could feel the energy of his hand. Okay? It's a human hand. Energy on my forehead. energy moving the muscles in my forehead, connecting to my third eye, and more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in 5D, I'm in 6D, I am like floating. I have these clouds around me, which is usually my indication I'm in 5D or higher. And I'm just floating along and floating along and floating along. And my guides are letting him do this. Okay? So there isn't anything that I'm worried about. There's no fear in me. There's no anything, right? And I kind of know Gary's energy. And so, hey, Heidi. Hi, Al. Oh, Allison's going home. And Robin. Okay. So so he pulls his hand away. I don't know how long he had his hand on my forehead. But everything was like, this is so amazing because my vibration is to the universe. It was amazing. And I don't know if I asked him what he did or if my friend asked me what he did and he responded back. I intensified his third eye. And I could see my third eye being red like a cyborg, like Terminator, okay? And I said to him, why does it look like I'm a cyborg? I don't remember what his response was. Brenda, I'm channeling a friend/client's husband who passed away. And I told her a couple years ago that he was a reptilian alien from Pleiadians. And so we talked with him today. So he said, I just strengthened your third eye. And I was like, okay. And I'm flying high, right? And Spirit's not saying a thing. Not saying a thing. Everything's good. They did say, we trust Gary. He's here also for you, Bill, to increase your vibration, but to raise you into higher consciousness, okay, before your move, okay? I didn't expect it to be like that, but I got chills inside. I'm like, this is freaking just amazing to me. It's just amazing. And so, as we're continuing to talk, everything in my third eye, in my spiritual center, is starting to tingle. Head's starting to tingle, crown's all lit up. It is like a ball of white light out of the top of my head. I mean, it is like connection. And tingle, 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 tingle in the back. And I kept wincing, right? Because Gary would, it was like, okay, I get it. I mean, just energy from up my spine to my neck into my crown. And this got more intense and more intense and more intense and more intense. And I said to Spirit, like, so what is this? I believe that's what I said, because I was channeling, but from what Spirit is telling me, I asked them a question of, okay, so what is this? And he says, it is to prepare you for going home to Maui. Because when I had my soul retrieval, soul journey type thing with Lori Lipton months ago, it was the month of May. Okay. And she did that for me on a Tuesday, and she went down under and she cleaned up all my stuff, and she saw my 11 Hawaiian guides, and they all had Hawaiian shirts on. I think I've talked about this before. And then she talked to the Lemurians that I'm going to channel books for, 2 of the books, telling me, you don't have to write the books, Bill. You just have to channel the books. You got to channel the books, Bill, not write them. That was one of my concerns. I don't write well. I talk into my phone all the time. I talk into my iPad all the time. I don't write at all. So, so then she cleaned up all of my little silver balls that are all over the floor there. There was like over 125 or so. And she cleaned all those up, the most she's ever seen. And she had mentioned that once you get to Hawaii, everybody's going to know that you're there. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you. The guides even said that we're waiting for him to come home. We're waiting for him to come home. He is of ancient Hawaiian ancestry. He's from the universe. again, fascinating to me because I'm Bill Hobart, and it fascinates me, right? That I'm this guy now. And, and so, how can I put this? So Lori had said that once I get there, everybody's going to know that I'm there. And that people are going to fly from the islands to see me. And she sees a line out the door of my house on Halama Street on the Pacific Ocean. And all I have to do is tap them on the top of the head to activate them. Well, that's partially true. Because today I learned from Gary, I have to touch their third eye. I have to touch their I get it. Okay. I have to shoot. I can't touch my forehead. That's what they say. Don't touch your forehead. Okay. So I have to tap their forehead or touch their forehead with my hand to activate their third eye. That just blows my heart up. Woo. Yes. Do not touch your third eye again. Okay, I won't. The people that come to your house are ready for activation. They're ready for activation. And Gary helped us with that. Because I trust him. Because you trust him. True. I've been talking to him for 5 or 6 years, right? So it's just kind of like normal. He shows up and he either comes with the angels or he doesn't, right? Depending upon who's around. But we talked to her dad before, who just passed, and Spirit said that's why the angels were here was because of her dad. You know, that he came down with the angels. So that made sense to me. And I said to my friend, so it's my third eye, and this is what I'm going to do. And I explained to her about the journey that I was on, that Lori had done for me, and things like that. And so that makes all the sense in the world. All the sense in the world. Yes, Jeannie, can't wait to see you too. So what I want to parlay into that is this. This week has been absolutely crazy for messages. Okay? Everybody's getting messages. Now the iPad wants to work. Really? Really? Yeah, my life is crazy.
I'm having trouble with the connection. Please try again later.
I didn't ask for a connection, but thank you. Right? Pretty soon the freaking laptop will start talking. All my devices are on the table. So it's like, you know what? I'm trying to get one that works. So if you have had messages this week come to you, put them on the Facebook page. Okay? Bill Clairvoyant. Okay? Tell me your experience. Okay? Because it's so important that we start the tribe really starting to work and work and work and work, because we're ascending so fast with the quantum 10 times energy. Okay? It is flying us into higher dimensions all day long and all night. All day and all night, 24/7. Okay? They are very, very pleased that the collective has embraced it so well. Okay? Because we're all kind of in tune. More and more of us on the planet are becoming in tune with what's going on. So, again, I talked about this last week, I think. Like the I Love Lucy commercial where they're doing the candy, speed it up a little, that's what they're doing. So we're zooming at record rate. It's already July the 6th. Wasn't it just June? I mean, come on. We are flying. So if you got messages this week, or if you got messages at all, I want you to put them on the Facebook page, Bill Clairvoyant, and just say, hey, this is what happened to me today, Bill, blah, 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 blah. That is what is cool, okay? Because everybody, a lot of people, see that page, they'll come up and they will say, yes, I did too, or whatever it might be. This energy is so amazingly nurturing and so amazingly informational that you can't help but get something. It doesn't have to be a voice. It can be where you're guided to do something. from a YouTube video or from Facebook or from Insta or whatever you watch, Twitch or whatever those other ones are, right? So Spirit says, don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of allowing them to engulf you. Don't be afraid. I gotta turn the fan on, guys. Hang on, I'll be right back. It is too hot in here. Whew. As soon as Holly said it's intense, I'm like, girl, it is crazy right now in my house. I know. We need the humans. We need the humans to embrace even more. We need everyone to embrace even more. Think about what you want. That's the next thing we're going to talk about. Okay, is we're here for manifestation. We are here for manifestation. We're here for manifestation. Okay, meaning our guides are intense right now at bringing us what we want. Jupiter in Taurus until May, right? So it's time to vocalize what you want. Trust me, you will get it. You will get it. Okay? And I'm just going to say this really quick because I want to make the example of it for myself, for all of you guys, right? There's a person that I met in Frankenmuth, okay, at the psychic fair. And it is pretty freaking intense, okay? Just, again, Spirit pulls people off the aisleway, right? And says, hey, I got to talk to you. Can I talk to you for a minute? Blah, 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 blah. Well, that's what happened with this guy. And ever since, he keeps showing up on my YouTube feed. Every single video that I watch that shows up there, it has something to do with him in it. Okay? And it blows my mind because when I met him, Spirit said all kinds of things, encouraging things, right? I'm like, okay, you know what? No. I mean, down to that's him. Okay? So, have I asked for that? Not at all. Not at all. I'm good, right? But that's when they bring us what we want, what we've asked for in the past. Also, they're getting us ready for our next chapters. Truly. That can happen for everybody right now. Ask for what you want, but you have to be balanced enough to accept it when it comes. Another one of my good friends, who's a Capricorn, matter of fact, she met a person after our conversation, I believe it was last week. I think it was last week. And anytime, Heidi, you can call me. Call me anytime. You know my number, right? If you don't, just text me and I'll give it to you. Message me. Holly too. So, okay. Yes, Heidi, I have open appointments. I have open appointments this weekend at the fair. St. Clair Shores, everybody. If you're in Michigan, yeah. So my friend, she met this man, and she's a Capricorn. And surprise, guess what? She texts me and says, "So I met this guy." And we kind of had a thing back and forth. He goes, "What do you think?" I said, "Well, he's the one. You know, do you have to kind of just be friends and things like that, right?" Yes. I'm not really, I think it's a club that they're in or something like that. And then she said, "I'm at the grocery store the next day." Hello? Anybody in there? Yeah. What's interesting about the person from Frankenmuth, he was there the next day. Like Spirit said he would be. Didn't have contact with him at all. Confirmation for me of who he is. Okay? Same thing with my friend. Trust me. If they show up, then she saw him again. Okay? He has to heal some stuff. Lost his wife. Okay. Capricorn heals people. She's a Capricorn. She's 2. Okay? So everybody can receive when you're not even paying attention. Trust me, they know the plan. Our soul knows the plan. We do not know the plan. Because if we knew the plan, we'd blow it up. Okay? So Lauren's saying the video keeps freezing up. That's the energy in my house, unfortunately. So it'll be on the YouTube channel. So what spirit keeps pounding in me? Has pounded me in me all week. Can't believe it's Thursday already. Everyone has to ask. They have to start vocalizing what they want. And if anybody says to me, Bill, I don't know what I want, then the best thing to do is to sit for 5 or 10 minutes in the morning and quietly close your eyes, do your meditation breathing, and sit. Trust me. They will inundate you with information like you've never had before. Eventually. If you're in expectation, not going to happen. Not going to happen. If you're waiting to see the big bolt of lightning come down and enlighten you, not going to happen. Okay? But what will happen when they know you're going to be there tomorrow at 7:05 for 5 minutes, they're going to start to relay messages to you more and more and more and more as you sit. And from 5 minutes, it'll go to 7. From 7 minutes, it'll go to 10. Okay? There's a reason for that. Because they're going to bring you information that you're not yet able to hear. And then what you should do is you should write it down or talk into your phone. Exactly what happened for those 5 minutes. Okay? I have another friend who is extremely powerful. And she's realizing that at the moment. How powerful she is. Still think she's kind of a muggle. But she's been doing the practice of sitting for 5 minutes, which I've talked about many, many, many times. She didn't think she was going to be able to do it for 5 minutes. I don't think I'm going to have time. She runs a big company. And yeah, but she does it. And every day that she gets messages, she writes them out and she sends them to me. They're amazing information. Amazing information. So here's this person, because again, she's a leader, right? She's this person who's a leader, who runs a company and is connected to the city of Detroit in certain ways, United Way and things like that. She gives back, okay? Family is always giving back. But if she would not have done the 5 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the morning, however much time she does, she would never receive those messages now. She might receive them here, but she wouldn't know what, and that's the blessing, is that if you can open up the channel, right, with your guides in the morning, and just sit there for 5 minutes and do your meditative breathing, right? Breathe in deeply, elongate your exhale, right? Go, and breathe through your nose, right? When I do that, I imagine white light going in my nose, and whatever's inside of here that I need to release, black particles coming out like in that one movie, The Green Mile, okay? That is how you open yourself up. That is how you're not an ego, okay? You are committed to doing this 5 minutes, 10 minutes, okay? Or you are connected enough, you've done your work, okay? You talk out loud, right? And then all of a sudden you meet this person at a club, at a breakfast, I believe it was. A pancake breakfast or something like that, over by Jackson. Then you see him again the next day at the grocery store. Then you see him again and he's selling raffle tickets. Okay. How much more? Right? Even if it's just to have male companionship. That's what it's about. He gets female companionship. Out of the blue. We don't even talk about usually when's he coming. But she's done her work with me in element packages, right? Every person I've talked to is in elements. That's why when I put the elements graphic on Facebook, and we put it on the newsletter at least once a week, and I put on there, elements will change your life, trust me. Trust me. elementsections.com or billhobart.com if you want to know about them, because I'm telling you what, they will absolutely change your ascension. Not because of me, because of them. We talk every single month for up to an hour and a half, depending upon the package that you buy. Air, water, fire, earth, universe. Those are the 5. Everyone I've spoken about is in elements. Kathy, my friend Kathy, she's been in there for a while. I think since I started it, my God, 3 years ago, something like that. Other people, a year, 9 months. One's been there 6 months. And she is like, what the hell is going on in my life? Well, guess what? They bring us together at the time we're supposed to be together, just like everything else. Speak what you want. Understand, and again, decide what you want. Everybody wants money. How much money you want? Want $1 million? You want to win the 500 million of the Powerball? Or are you afraid of that $500 million? I ain't afraid of it. Bring it on, brother. Bring it on. That's what it's all about. Want a new house? Okay. Want a new car? Want a boat? Want a house in Florida? Want a house in Paris? What do you want? Having abundance is a good thing. Asking for what you want is even better. Because from now until eternity, they're going to give us exactly what we want. But we have to do our part in that ascension. We got to do some meditations. Got to clear out our third dimensional garbage, because there's tons of it, right? Again, I state this a lot. In 2018, when they told me I was moving to Hawaii, I was like, okay, cool, let's go. Brother, let's get on, let's go. Found the house. Boom, 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 boom. I planned everything down to what color toenails I was going to have that day. I don't know, right? I don't paint my toenails, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's 2023, and guess where I'm at? I'm still in my apartment that I love so deeply. It's wonderful in my little oasis here with all the plants and everything's good and nice and pretty. Yeah. But I know from them, through conversations, through YouTube videos that show up on my feed, by Instagram stuff that says you're going to be a millionaire this year or a billionaire this year, and you're going to be receiving lots of money this year, and you're going to be, and like yes, part yes, all of those kinds of things, putting my energy out into the universe, right? Getting to know a person who's a realtor on Maui through his Maui Monday videos on YouTube. Maui Live is on my TV since 2018. Showed up there out of the blue, off from YouTube. I didn't touch anything. They popped it on there. Why? To give me encouragement that that's where we're going to live. It's Kaanapali Beach. It's 12 miles from my house. That's how it works. Everything is going to go in your favor if you allow it. But the problem is we don't allow. We do not allow it to happen. Because we're fearful. What's it going to be? How's it going to be? And how come I can't hear them? How come I can't hear them? I told somebody this week, I said, guess what? You want to hear them so bad? They will talk your freaking ears off. You'll be like, oh my God, Bill, they talk all the time. Well, you wanted to hear them, right? It's not that cool of a deal. Trust me, guys, it's not. But then you find your regulation, right? You find where it's going. You find a balance. Like I've said before, Spirit does not talk to me in a conversation anymore. Not at all. I might have maybe 3 a year. Maybe. Am I having more now that we're getting close to going on a vacation? Which I'll tell you about in a minute. Yes. Closer to moving? Oh, yeah. For sure. Last night? No. Today's Thursday. No, today's Thursday. Yeah, today's Thursday. So the 4th of July, I was just playing around with my phone, right? Lee was in the living room. I was in the bedroom. I was watching my TV. He was watching his TV. Because we spent 4 days together, so it was time for us to separate, right? And I'm just playing around with my phone, no big deal. And Spirit said, well, check from Detroit to Maui. Okay, flights. Not even anything, just how many miles it is. It's 4,400 miles, okay? Like 12 hours. And I'm like, okay, well, cool. So I tried it again, and then he tried it again, and then he tried it again. And, I'm thinking, this is kind of cool, And I got in this once, I don't know what this website was, and a schedule popped up. A schedule popped up. Leaving on August 19th, coming back on September 4th. Okay. Showed it to Lee. I'm like, I think we're going October 19th. He goes, okay. He doesn't really believe all that stuff. Until it happens, right? Until it's like, I buy the tickets. So funny. He's Virgo and he's clairvoyant, but he doesn't believe anything that I get. Kind of weird, right? Well, that's the plan. Spirit would not have shown me the 19th through the 4th if those weren't the dates. Plain and simple, right? By just playing around with my phone. Not even, I got the message, let's do Detroit. How many miles is it from Detroit to Maui? Okay, 4,400 and some miles. Oh, cool. Okay. And then he's, and do it again. Do it again. How long does it take? Any non-stops? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And that shows up. That's how it works, everybody. I'm just chilling, laying on the bed, playing around with my phone, right? Not thinking about anything, not doing anything. Now, could they have put that in my mind? Probably not, because I wouldn't have remembered it. I will tell you that as you ascend, you will lose your 3D memory extremely fast. You'd be very, very surprised that you can't remember anything, right? I had to Google the word caught the other day. Now I CAUGHT, but I could not think of how to spell caught because I was posting stuff on Facebook, posting graphics and doing graphics. I was way up in the stratosphere. So that's another good/bad thing, that all of a sudden you get that amnesia, let's say. 3D amnesia, Spirit says, which is true. But the more that you play around, the more that you're on social media, the more that you're just, I call it dicking around. Not doing anything, but dicking around. I'm just hanging out, right? I do it on the balcony all summer long because I want to be outside in the heat, in the warm, right? Yeah. The other day, we were going someplace, Lee and I, and we're in the car, and it was a cloudy day, but it was warm. I think it was Sunday. And hadn't rained or anything yet. And we were in the car, and Spirit says, this is kind of like this is the way that it kind of the weather is in Maui this time of year. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I checked the temperature. We were at the same temperature that they were, and they're 6 hours behind us. Okay, so I went, oh, okay. So I was like, man, oh man, I wish the clouds would go away. It's warm outside, but I would like some sun. And that's when Spirit, well, Bill, he didn't say, well, Bill. He goes, yeah, this is just like the weather in Kihei at the house. It's like this all summer. Okay. Out of the blue, off the cuff, whatever. That's because they listen to everything that you say. They listen to everything. So that, again, as you start to balance them, right? As you start to truly embrace who you are, you're sent here by the universe. You're sent here by God, which is the universe, to change the planet. We're already on New Earth. It switched in 2020. It really kicked in 2012. And 2020 was even more intense because of the pandemic, shifting all the energy on the planet to a higher dimensional energy. Yeah. The universe actually moved. So we're in a place we've never been for 12,500 years to receive all the energy from the universe and from outside the universe that is pelting down on Earth to upgrade us, to activate that DNA that's already been downloaded inside of us. And also, Spirit says, to activate the ancient DNA that you had 12,500 years ago when you were in 5D before they took us away. Before they cleaned the earth of most humans. And 500 years later, in human time, they put us back on the earth. In Africa. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. See? Well, Tammy, my all of the Coaching for the Souls are on my YouTube channel. You can watch it there. Yeah. YouTube at, well, Bill Hobart. Yeah, youtube.com at Bill Hobart. Hi, Pamela. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so there's videos on my YouTube channel. I think there's 187 now videos of Coaching for the Soul. So, yes. So the more that we speak, the more that we work on ourselves, the more that we take time for us, the more walks that you take, the more water that you're by, the more chilling that you do, right? Clearing your thoughts out of your head, the more they will embrace you and move you into higher dimensional energy. As the universe, as the gods, as I put it, right? Them just absolutely do everything they possibly can to activate our DNA from past lives. From, again, 12,500 years ago, our ancient DNA, which is, again, the Lemurians, Atlantis, Egypt, Ethiopia, Mayans, Incas, Atlanteans, Lemurians, Ethiopians, Egypt. Okay? Those are the starting settlements. And we worked in, and we've already been there, right? So they take us off, they put us down as seeds, and we've worked up to this point right here where everyone is ascending. If you don't ascend, you're not going to be here. You can't fight it. You can't do anything about that at all. Because that's why you came. I talked to somebody today who I explained to her that that one day she's going to be the person that people call. When they're like, you're not going to believe this, like people call me. I love it. I want people to text me. I want people to call me, whatever, and say, Bill, you're not going to believe this. Or I've got a question, or whatever it might be. But all of us are going to be those people in the future. I'm just part of the first wave. And what is truly amazing, I've done it in 8 years. Did I do some of it when I was still employed in the third dimension? Yes. I used what I knew, what I didn't really know, to work in my business. Yeah. And we all have that. It's about awakening it. I talked to another person that I've known, 5-6 years. And she was telling me all kinds of stuff that's happening with her. And it was a Sunday morning. I think we were texting back and forth on my iPad Messenger, right? And we did that for an hour. Bill, you're not going to believe this. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. But I woke up this morning and I had to tell you. Awesome. That's what it's about. As you share it, the universe takes it. As you vocalize it, the universe takes it. As you think it, the universe goes, when they going to talk about it? When are they going to write about it? Because that's what it's all about. Some people can speak to their guides like I can without speaking out loud. I got to hear myself think. Because the connectors don't connect anymore. They do not connect anymore. Right? Just doesn't happen. I'm kind of cool all day. Kind of chilling out, doing whatever I got to do, right? Maybe some business, maybe not some business. Maybe I'm just hanging out on the phone. Whatever, right? Because as Spirit told me, and I've told you guys months ago, on the way to get allergy shots, not really having a lot of business going on, and he says that as I'm turning off 275 on a 6-mile road in Livonia. You know why your business is slow? No, not a clue. Why? Because we need you to chill out. We're activating you when you chill. Really? Yes. So this is your time to rest. You're going to be so busy in the future. This is your time to rest. so we can activate you to get you ready to move. Okay, accepted that right off the bat. Why? Because it felt clearing. My ego was right back down, lays right back here, right behind my ear, on the right-hand side. That's where it's decided to live. Awesome, but it's not up here anymore because I worked on getting it to relax and tell it that I'm in charge. How it worked for me, I try to teach that. But that type of receiving, that type of conversation is all divinely guided. Do I complain? Once in a while. I have nothing to complain about. I love my life. And I am so blessed to have you guys in my family, right? Everybody. I'm so glad that all my messages, or most of my messages, resonate with people, right? Awesome. Am I looking forward to moving? Yes. Am I looking forward to my future? I cannot imagine. I mean, who I am now, I didn't know who this guy was. Well, going to Hawaii on vacation and more than likely from what Spirit says, buying my house and then moving there a month and a half, 2 months later, once the people find a place to live, because it's not for sale, and have moved. But my realtor that I met on YouTube that does the Maui Mondays, right? Been watching him for 5 years. We become friends. He did some business in Detroit in the late 1990s. Lived in Sterling Heights, 3 miles from my house. Synchronicities? Of course. He's going to be my realtor. He will reach out when I let him know. I told him where the house is at, did not tell him the address, because Spirit said not to. So once I make that formal, we have that formal conversation, everything will start to move forward. Everything will move forward. And you guys have to embrace what you don't know. I know, right? Spirit says, if you embrace what you don't know, just by saying, I don't know it yet, it's not activated yet, instead of worrying about it, worry is the worst energy to use. Why waste your energy on worrying? Why? It does you no good. It does you no good at all. All it does is feed into your fear, because everybody is fearful. Someone today said to me, oh my gosh, the world is crazy. That's third dimension. It's imploding. They're supposed to do that. I don't watch the news anymore. Okay, that's fine. Don't have to. But don't you want to know what's going on so you can watch it crumble? I do. It's like a car crash, right? I want to watch it implode. I do. Because I know what's going to come out of that. Okay? I know what's going to come out of everything that's going on now. So for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to do a little political thing. So if you want to say goodbye, awesome. If you want to hear what they have to say about the next month, hang out. Okay? So, because of the 7-7 portal, and because of the Capricorn supermoon last weekend, I think it was last weekend. Yeah, last Saturday, I think. This is, and it's in Cancer. This is, hang on. This is the time of indictments. Okay? Be ready. Be ready. Don't be shocked. Jack Smith knows everything that everybody in our government did from 2016 to 2002 till January 6, 2021, and then after. He knows about the stolen money. Help me stay out of jail. They're after me. $250 million. He knows exactly where it went, and it went into pockets. Okay? I will tell you straight up, he is scared to death. Ooh, I just lit up. Trump is scared to death, everybody. Because I know where he's going. He's going into a confined room surrounded by U.S. troops. So no country can get him out. With nothing but a TV. Okay? And he has to get his meals 3 times a day, and he might get outside for an hour. That's it. Okay? This man is going to jail until he dies. And so are senators. I will tell you that in Congress, up to 50 people have been notified they're going to be indicted. They either resign or they get indicted. All right? Up to 10 senators. They've already been notified. Either you resign or you get indicted. Okay? Supreme Court. Trust me, I revel in this. Thomas will resign because of his wife. Oof. She's going to prison because she's in it up to her ass. He will resign or retire. Alito will resign because there's so much dirt on him of money that he took. Millions of dollars from the conservative groups, all the dark money groups, to vote the way that he voted. Okay? He's getting notified. Is John Roberts trying to stop them? Yes. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Okay? So this month is transformation. Trust me. This month is transformation. I read today, confirmed by Spirit, 45 more indictments for Trump. 45 more. Not counting January 6th. He knows everything. Jack Smith knows everything. I tell you, I laugh with Spirit, say, they know what time he wiped his butt. And everybody who was involved. And they're all going to prison. So 2023, 2024 is going to be really crazy because of the election. Okay? But before then, the Democrats will take back over the government and reinstate 2 new Supreme Court justices that Joe Biden picks. Okay? Chimes? And we'll be on our way to 2030. Because Spirit told us this years ago. The Democrats will be in power until 2030 to clear out all of the third-dimensional garbage that is inside our government. And that we will lead the world in transformation. That's why Joe Biden's president. He will win again in 2024. Trust me. Trust me. There is no comparison. And people can yap and talk and yap and talk and yap and talk about, oh my God, he's old. Guess what? Been in politics for 40-some years, and the guy can still sprint across a freaking stage. Does he stutter? I stuttered most of my life. I still stutter today. Does he stammer? Stammered my whole life. Stammered to this day. Is it something that people blow up? Of course it is. Of course it is. And I will also say, here, just tap me on the shoulder with this. You know the casket that is buried in Bedminster in New Jersey at Trump's golf club? She ain't in there. She was cremated. She's on Ivanka's mantle. And did you notice that Ivanka changed her name to Kushner? She now goes by Ivanka Kushner. She's trying to keep her husband out of prison. Because he's going to prison too for the $2 billion he got from Saudi Arabia for giving documents to them. So in the casket at Bedminster, that 10 men could barely hold up as they went across the lawn and put her on the rack. Right? She's not in there. There's documents in there. There's money in there. Paper money. There's gold in there. Actual gold bars from other governments that have given it to Trump for documents. And there's also dirt in there so he can blackmail them all. The senators, the Congress, he knows Trump thought he was going to win this battle. Guess what, baby? He's done. The Bedminster thing, I've heard little tidbits here and there. It'll be done by I believe, the middle of July, where they just show up with a search warrant and dig her up. As everybody on the other side goes, oh my God, it's blasphemy. You can't dig up that body. She's in there. No, she was cremated. She's on Ivanka's mantle. And look out for Eric, Spirit says. He looks dumb as a box of rocks. He ain't dumb. He's his daddy's protege. Junior just went out there as a buffoon to trick you guys, to trick the world, when Trump knew everything. He will last 2 years in incarceration, and that is it. 2 years. Because wouldn't you think if his wife died, that he'd go to a cemetery, build a big gold mausoleum, so everybody could be together? No. I'm going to bury her on my golf course. Huh? No. And Jack Smith knows what's in there because everybody flipped because no one wants to go to prison for 25, 30 years of the rest of their lives. Been wanting to say this, guys, for weeks. And Spirit kept saying, no, not yet. Well, now's the time. Okay? So that's that. Everything is going to shift. This whole thing gets wrapped up and we're going to be like, what the mug is that about? I can't believe it's as deep as it is. Trust me. Trust me. Again, the recording of him showing people classified. Look at this right here. Look at this. Isn't this cool? Can we have some Cokes, please? Huh? What the fuck are you doing? Sorry, guys. That came out. Again, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. And so when you say you don't pay attention, okay, but you got to pay attention a little bit because guess what? When your butt gets pushed into ascension because you need to help the collective, I don't want you guys to say, Bill, WTF, I don't get it. This is crazy. All of a sudden I can hear and I can see. My third eye is lit up. It's red. Oh my God, I'm in 5D. Bill, what happened? Well, you should have been paying attention to the last couple of frickin' things. Because guess what? It's all going to be blown up. And the Democrats bring back peace. Now, is there bad Democrats? Of course there is. There's bad everybody. There's evil everywhere. But they always get caught. They always get caught. If not now, before they go. No one's perfect. No one on this feed is perfect. Hell, I'm not. No one's perfect. I'm far from perfect. But when we look at the news this much, we understand where we as a collective are going. Because we have to fill the void, right? We have to fill the void. There's a lot of people who are red. A lot of stuff will happen. Are we all protected? Yeah, pretty much. Just stuff. Yeah. So, that's that. That's that. I finally got it out. And Spirit is very happy and so am I. Because it's been laying on my heart for the past freaking at least a month. That everything is coming to fruition. That everything is moving in the direction. The Supreme Court will be 5-4 in favor of us. We can get rid of all that stuff, right? Now they're saying that the discrimination thing about the gay people, that you can discriminate against me and not build my website or not bake me a freaking cake. What happens when that goes against straight people or Christians? How about somebody says, "No, I'm not waiting on you because you're straight. You can't do that." Of course I can. The Supreme Court says that I can. I can do anything that I want to do because I don't want to take care of you. So get out. You can't. Just I can. Bye. Because they made it law that it's okay for me to do that to you. Because I don't like straight people. Or whatever you're going to say. I don't like brown-haired people. No, I'm not going to do it because you have brown hair. You can't do that. Well, of course I can. Got to pay attention. As Heidi says, got to pay attention. It's all going to be beautiful by 2026. That's the deal. That's the deal. Got 2.5 years of awesome coolness, ascension, car crashes, right? That you want to look at and go, man, oh man, look at him, he's in handcuffs. Oh man, look at his head. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Only president in our history so far who's going to go to prison. And it's a good thing. But he did his job. He was elected to bring disgruntled white people from the darkness into the light. They're the MAGAs, the Trumpsters, ear-ringing. Just like Me Too, just like Black Lives Matter. That's how it works. How it works. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my YouTube channel, okay, in about 5-10 minutes. If you guys would please go over there, like the video. If you haven't subscribed already, I think I got almost 450 now, which is amazing. Because I started at 200, and I don't know, I started at like, first it was 15. So that's all cool. Thanks for joining me today. Like the video, leave me a little comment. I'd love to know what you guys think of this. If you like the political thing, if you don't like the political thing, if you don't like the if you don't like the alien stuff or whatever it might be, voice your opinion on YouTube, okay? Because I read every single one that is there. Everyone that is there. So, namaste, everybody. I'll see you next Thursday for Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. See ya.